My name's Keith Pupecki. My wife Jody and I lost our son Tyler 19 years ago. He would have been 20 years old this November. He passed away 1 year, 21 days of sudden unexplained death in a child. And luckily for us, right off the bat, my aunt had been working in a nursing home, so she knew about TCF and got us connected within the first month or two. So we've been going to meetings for almost 20 years now. The biggest impact has been on my wife. It gave her a voice back. For the first 6 months of our grief journey, she never talked about the pain, the grief. We started going to meetings right away, but I had to do all the talking, the introductions for at least 6 months. She never even said a word at a meeting, never introduced herself, didn't hang around for the post meeting discussions. All she did was sit there and cry. And now, 19 years later, she's very actively involved in multiple chapters, meetings. So that's been the biggest change. For me personally, I think teaching me that grief is a journey and that everyone takes that journey differently at different times. And more importantly, that everyone grieves differently. I started feeling guilty that I wasn't grieving the same way as my family. And TCF taught me that everybody grieves differently and at different times. And that's was an eye opener. It took a lot of the guilt away. The meetings made me realize I could connect with others who are also at a loss. I could take down my defensive shields. I found myself always second guessing what I was going to say if somebody asked me about my son, um, or intentionally not talking about him to not upset others. And the monthly meetings gave me a safe space where I could sit there and full-fledged talk about anything I needed to talk about. It took me a few years before I made it to a national conference, but that's been the biggest impact once I found the national conference. It To see so many people who are in so much pain, but at the same time expressing so much love and compassion, it's something that needs to be seen. It's hard to explain. So that is the thing I look forward to the most now is going to those yearly meetings, mostly to help others at the national conference. I don't think in the last 2 or 3 years I've even attended a seminar. I go there just to volunteer as much as I can. My surviving children, they don't go to meetings, but my eldest daughter definitely notices a difference in us. Um, my youngest son, who wasn't alive when Tyler was lost, he sees the joy that giving back brings to us. So I think that's the biggest thing, that the biggest reason is just the amount of support that we received, now having the ability of turning around and being able to give that support back to others. This program has been so helpful to so many different people. Um, I see it not only in my family, I see it in my friends. Um, they continue to come and support us because they know how much TCF means to us. That in fact, I have friends that donate more money than I do to the program because they see how much it helps us. They show up at extra events, the Walk to Remembers, the candle lighting ceremonies. They even have it on their calendars as a way of supporting us because they see how much it means to us.